I think we are being recorded. Yes, we are. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rajiv Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv Khanna PC. Today is September 5th, 2024. This is our Thursday community conference call. We have a conference call every Thursday, once on our private bridge where you are today, and once on LinkedIn audio. This call is being recorded. When you entered our conference room, there were certain disclaimers and notices played out for you. The call is subject to all those notices and disclaimers. I'm going to lock the conference because I already have a lot of people here. Hold on one second.
The conference is now locked.
Now I'm going to do my very best to take care of as many people as I can who are already here. Some of you may not have any questions. You're just listening in, and hopefully we'll be able to manage everything. I'm going to start my posted questions. So the first posted question is, let's see. Currently on H-1B visa, changed employers a year ago. I-140 was approved with my previous employer. My current employer started green card. Previous employer requested to withdraw my approved I-140 after the 180-day approval, but they used a date of withdrawal before the 180-day. Now that's a very sneaky thing to do. You should, if USCIS revokes your I-140 before the 180-day mark is up, you can definitely file a complaint with the USCIS Ombudsman's office, because this is a systemic problem. How can you ask for a revocation date earlier than the date you request the revocation? So it can happen, but then you have options. Go ahead and fight it out. My previous employer is refusing to provide the I-140 notice. I don't think we have a right to that. But you have the receipt number. That's very helpful. Can I use my USCIS case status approval page? Yes, we've done that in the past. With the receipt number and a printout, we've been able to extend H-1Bs beyond 6 years. Certainly worth a shot. Okay, that answers your two questions. Anybody has a follow-up question on this, please press *5 on your phone. No new questions. Any follow-up on this, press *5. All right, let's go on to the next question. This is from Venkat. I'm currently on H4 EAD, valid till December 24. My I-94 is valid till December. My spouse transferred to a new employer, received a 3-year extension. I have applied for my H4 transfer, H4 EAD renewal. You don't really need a transfer, but you need an extension. Given that my current EAD is set to expire in 3 months, yeah, you will not be able to work. The way it works is, and I haven't looked at it for a while, they always, there are so many rules and sub-rules. So an H4 EAD can continue working until X number of days, whatever that number is, I think 540 or whatever number of days, or the time remaining on their I-94, whichever is smaller. So if your I-94 is expiring in December and you apply for an EAD extension, you can only work till December, not beyond that. Okay, not much of use this particular extension for you. Yeah, EAD you will not be able to work until you get an EAD. You will not be able to work. Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. Press *5. Next question is, I'm reaching out to seek quick advice on my current visa, Sri Lankan national with an MBBS degree, 15 months of research experience at Mayo. I think you've talked to me. Press *5 if you are here, because I swear I could have, I'm quite sure I've talked with somebody exactly same circumstances. 2 years home residency requirement, 24-month reapplication bar because of my J1. I've accepted an offer for a research fellow position at Mayo because of the J1 waiver. So here is what you can do. If you are getting another J1. Okay, your previous J1 was also as a research scholar, right? You are a medical doctor, but you were doing research. So I think it should be possible to extend your J1 to accommodate another research stint. I'm not sure what the particular program is and what the deadlines are, but that would be one way to do it. And you should also look at the possibility of an O1. So if you are qualified for an O1, you can always go and get an O1 visa stamp and work with that while you figure out how to get a waiver for your J1. Because remember, J1 home residency requirement only stops you from working on an H1 or a green card. It doesn't stop you from an O1. All right. Star 5, if you have a follow-up question on this, press star 5. Next question is interesting. I want to hire my friend in my one-man startup company. Can I do H-1B transfer? So remember, I have done cases. I remember a case where a gentleman from Pakistan was managing the investment portfolio of an investor. That company had 0 employees. So he was the first employee, but they had a lot of money in the company. So for H-1B and green card, different standards are there. For H-1B, when you do a H-1B for a one-man company, we just want to make sure you've got the work for the individual. So if you can prove that you have the work, we don't care whether you're a one-man company or 1,000-man company. For green card, we look at your tax history. Do you have enough money in the bank and in your tax returns to pay the guy? So I'm not concerned about the one-man company. For H-1B, I'm concerned whether you have work available. For green card, I'm concerned whether you have the financial wherewithal. Press star 5 if you have a follow-up question. Press star 5. Okay. Sneha. By the way, this is for anyone. If you have any follow-up question on what I just discussed. Sneha says, I'm an Indian currently on F1 CPT. My visa has expired. I-20 is good till 25. I want to change my status to H4. Sure. The H-1B is processing for extension. Can we apply for change of status while approval is pending? I guess you're asking about the H1 approval. Yes, you can. Will H4 have the same expiration as H-1B after extension? Yes, it should. If I quit school after 1 semester on F1 CPT, do I still get a 60-day grace period? I don't think so. If no grace period is available, yeah, but if you are going to file for H4, you don't need a grace period. Once the H4 is in, you can stop going to school. Star 5, if you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Question number 7. I've been on H-1B since October 23, traveled to my home country in March 24 for my wedding, had my visa stamped in April. Oh, then there was a medical emergency. You got stuck in India and you only have 1 or 2 payrolls. How long can I stay outside USA on an unpaid leave? Look, if the unpaid leave is for your medical reasons, you can stay as long as you need to. I don't think you'll have any problem. Would you recommend finding a client or employer before returning? Absolutely. Don't come back on H-1B unless you have a work in the United States for yourself. Could limited payrolls upon return cause issues? Don't do this. Don't try to make a case where there is no case. Come back only when you have a genuine job and you have your H-1B transfer. That's pretty much it. But bring your medical records with you whenever you come. I don't think you're going to have an issue. This kind of situation has happened many times before. Do come back with the ability to prove why you were gone so long, and do not come back until you get an H-1B transfer to an employer who genuinely has a job for you. Okay? Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. All right. you have all the necessary medical reports and bills. Good. Akhil says, my EB2 I-140 was approved June 24. I need to wait 180 days. However, I have a few questions. If I switch employer before completing 180 days and my current employer does not revoke, does this cause any issues? No. No, it does not. That's it. Talk to your lawyers, but there is no law that says you've got to stay with the employer for 180 days. The law only says your I-140 should remain unrevoked for 180 days. Will the new H-1B automatically granted for 3 years due to I-140 approval? Yes, it should be. Okay? You should ask for and you should obtain 3 years because your I-140 is already approved. Yep, *5 if you have a follow-up question, press *5. One thing that bothers me about this situation is, if you have, oh, you are here already, good. I hope it's you. Maybe not. Let's just see who it is. Area code 701.
Yes. I do have a follow-up question.
One second. One second, ma'am. You are not the one who posted this question, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let me just finish one thought I had about this. Oh, let me remember what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. One thing I would be concerned about is, if you apply for H-1B transfer before 180 days are over, can the government revoke the I-140? And the answer is, I do not know. I think they can. So if possible, avoid filing for an H-1B extension before the 180 days of the I-140 are over. I'm just concerned about that little gray area, which I don't like. Okay? Ma'am, you go ahead, please. You are from North Dakota. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Just a question, like, is it only for extension or when you get it for the first time also? Like, you have to wait for 180 days?
So the way this works is, I think that question reflects that you're not quite sure about the situation. So the way it works is, the moment your I-140 is approved, that priority date is yours to keep forever. That is true even if the employer revokes the I-140 the next day. Okay? Clear?
Okay.
Second thing is, if the I-140 stays unrevoked for 180 days, you have the right to keep extending your H-1B with any employer, even if the employer revokes the I-140 after 180 days. So these are two different rights. One you get right away, the second one you get after 180 days of unrevoked I-140. Doesn't have to be employed by the same employer.
Okay, got it.
Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck. All right, folks, that seems to be it. Let's go on to the next question. Yeah, I just did this one. I've been living in the US for 17 years. F1, then H1, then for citizenship, you have to be in the US if you are getting it through employment. If you're through a US citizen, it's 3 years. But for people who are getting through employment, you have to wait for approximately 5 years before you can apply for your citizenship. It doesn't matter how long you have lived in the US. It matters only that how long you had your green card. I hope that makes things clear. Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. Press *5. Okay, I have 3 more questions, then we can start with new questions. This one says, I am on H4. The H-1B grace period for my husband will end on December 24th. I am on H4, H-1B grace period for my husband. Acha, so that must be the layoff kind of thing, right? I've decided to go to school, apply for change of status from H4 to F1. My husband will apply for F2. Okay. Since the grace period for my husband ends in December 24, I plan to get admitted and apply for change of status before December. Okay. If I don't make it in January and take the admission next fall, August, oh, that's too far away. Can I apply for? No, I think that's too far away. 8 months prior to the actual. So there was a change in the laws, and I don't remember exactly the details, not the law, but the policy. It previously used to be that you had to maintain your status all the way up to 30 days before the school start date. That law is gone. They have something else in place. Check with your DSO. I don't want to comment on this. This is such an important issue for you. I don't want to make a mistake and give you bad advice. But the old law would not have allowed you. The new policy may allow you to do this. Please double check with your school. I'm not sure how far and how much of a flexibility you have here. Okay? Double check with the school. Press *5 if you have a follow-up question on this. Yeah, 8 months I think is a little too long. Let's see, 929. 929. I don't know where you're calling from. 1 second. Hi, area code 929. Go ahead, please.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Quick question on the grace period, sir. I have resigned and my last working day is tomorrow, 6th of September, on H-1B. This is primarily because of the health reasons and, wanted to take a quick break and, some adverse conditions at work, etc. My question is, if I apply for a change of status, say after, 30 days, 40 days, am I, legit in USA for these 30, 40 days automatically?
Yes. So, first of all, understand how the grace period works. The grace period says you have 60 days or less depending upon when your I-94 expires. If your I-94 expires before 60 days, then you have that lesser time. But if you have an I-94 that is expiring next year or the year after, you have full 60 days. Number one. Number two, as long as your change of status request reaches the USCIS before 60 days are over, you are fine. While you are on those 60 days, you are still considered to be on H-1B. So definitely legit, completely in status. Okay. Once your application.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You understood, right, what I was saying?
I understood, sir. I understood. My I-94 is valid until 2026. So I should get full.
You have no problem. Just no issue at all. Okay.
Thank you. I'll get in touch with your firm to file the change of.
I'm not sure you need a lawyer for that. I mean, people are hiring us. I think they're wasting their money, but we are doing it. You want to go to my blog on immigration.com. Okay. Go to second page. I think it's on the second page, how to apply for a B1, B2 while you're still on H4. It tells you H1. It tells you what to do. If you still think that you need a lawyer to do this for you, we'll be happy to take care of it. All right?
I appreciate that, sir.
Good luck. All right. Bye-bye. Area code 857 from Boston, Massachusetts. Yes. Massachusetts, go ahead, please.
Rajiv, yes, the follow-up question is, after the H-1B grace period, I switched to B2 visa. And even B2 visa is gonna expire in the last week of September.
Oh, तो फिर से एक और apply कर दो ना. Apply another B2 extension.
And if the other employer is like putting the papers before 20, then also should I apply for B2 extension?
So here is the way I look at it. Okay. I want to know how strong is the H-1B case. Because if there's a potential for denial, I want to file my extension now. Okay. But if the case is solid and your lawyers are comfortable with it, then there is no point as long as the H-1B is received by the USCIS before the current B2 expires. You are fine.
Understood. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Okay, I believe this is the last question now. No, there are two more questions. Asim says, there's a follow-up question from area code from New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, New Jersey, go ahead. You have a question?
Rajiv. Yeah, I just had a follow-up question on that. I have 3 more days left on my H-1B
जी
grace period, and
जी
I have filed my I-539 form,
जी
but it says your case status is unavailable at this time. Because I just filed it, so does it usually take time, or should I be like
Did
worried?
you
And also like
hold on, did you file it online or by mail?
I filed it online.
Then you should have gotten a receipt right away, right?
I got the receipt number, but in yellow color it says like an alert that your case status is unavailable at this time.
I don't think that's a problem. You double checked, you filed with the right fees, everything is all set.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even when I check the receipt number for case status, it says that you entered the wrong receipt number. I just wanted to check.
You should call USCIS customer service. Call USCIS customer service right now.
Okay.
Okay. Let's find out what's going on.
Okay.
Good luck.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So Asim Khalil says, the new employer has started an H-1B transfer while maintaining the same end client. Yeah, that's fine. The LCA provided by the new employer lists the client's name and my home address as the location. Yeah, that's fine. The LCA approved by previous employer did not specify any particular. That's okay too. That's okay if it didn't say any particular client. Yeah, that's not a problem. The work location remained the same for both company tasks and the end client projects. No change in salary designation. I don't think you're going to have any problem for any of this, Asim. I think you'll be fine. Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. Press *5. Last question is, I'm on H1, wife is on H-O. Guys, you're going to have to be a little quick, man. You're young people. Come on. Area code 267. Pennsylvania. Yes, Pennsylvania. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
जी राजीव जी. मेरा कुछ can I ask my question in Hindi? That's fine.
Why not?
Yes. अभी सिचुएशन ये है, फर्स्ट कंपनी जो मैं कंपनी में काम कर रहा था उसको वो कंपनी ने PERM फाइल किया हुआ था एंड बेसिकली देयर वाज अ सिचुएशन कि मेरा ले ऑफ हो गया एंड द ले ऑफ दे वर गिविंग मी सेवरेंस अंटिल आई फाइंड अनदर जॉब और मेरे को दूसरी जॉब मिल भी गई. द कंपनी फाइल द H-1B पिटिशन यस्टरडे. अभी सिचुएशन ये है, I got another offer which is way more higher and better position because I was working as a director. So like I like the situation, I like the company B offer and मुझे accept करनी है offer. So basically what should I do? Like I already
अच्छा एक सेकंड
H-1B petition is filed
एक सेकंड
from company A.
एक सेकंड रुको. तो आपका जो you stopped working in September. When did you stop working?
I stopped working on July 16th. I stopped working on July 16th, but the company were paying 2 months severances.
No, hold on.
I told them the situation about...
Hold on. When you said 2 months severance, did they pay you full salary?
Yes, full salary.
Okay. So I think we can assume that your 60 days did not begin until September, right? August, September तक आ गया ना? July से August, August से September, right?
हाँ, September 10 तक. Yeah.
तो अभी problem क्या है? That the new employer has to file your H-1B with the USCIS before September 10th. Okay? अभी LCA लेने में it takes 7 days just to get the LCA. Unless they already have an approved LCA for that location, you are going to have to make a choice. Choice number 1 will be that you get the H-1B filed, the transfer filed, but you will not be able to join them unless and until the intervening petition is approved. Okay? Because otherwise you don't have status after September 10th. The second choice is, I don't care, I'll just go get my visa stamp from Mexico or Canada or around somewhere, Costa Rica, Bahamas, and I'll come back. In that case, there is no issue. And it's not a big deal at all.
Got it.
Okay?
Okay. So, but I can basically start the H-1B process with company B because since I got the better offer, or should I just like stick with company A?
No, why shouldn't you take the better offer? I mean, personally, that's what I would do. I'm not sure about what the contract angles are, but from immigration law, it's very clear. You take the job that you want and you like.
Okay.
All right?
Right. But my employment stopped on September. It will stop
Well,
on September 10th.
so what is the
my
worst
60-day
case
grace
scenario?
period will start, right?
What is the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is you have to go out for visa stamping. Big deal.
Okay.
Samjhe na? So it's not a big deal.
And then last question, the company which laid me off basically because of the financial situation. But in the future they have intent to hire me. So mera jo PERM hai, basically I will be getting in by November or December. And they are fine with filing with the I-140 with an intention to hire me in the future for that particular position. So the only thing, like they said, like they will be not liable to pay for any lawyer fees or any processing fees. So मैं ये file कर सकता हूँ, like उनके behalf if they provide me all the documents.
No. You cannot file an I-140 by yourself. That's not a good idea. That's a very long discussion. The short answer is I don't think you should do that. Okay?
Okay. So, but अगर कंपनी फाइल करे तो फिर कंपनी असिस्ट कर रही है.
वो भी लंबा आंसर है. But I'll give you the bottom line. That is much better than you trying to do it yourself.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay.
Bye. Okay. So now let's see. We have the last question. I'm on H1, wife is on H4 EAD, both status valid till November 25. H1 extension premium is not going in. Can H4 and EAD be filed while H1 is filed but not yet approved? Yes. Can her EAD be filed when H1, H4 are filed but not yet approved? Yes. Who can qualify for automatic extension of the H4 EAD? Those whose I-94 is valid. So if the I-94 is expiring in November, she can't continue working past November anyway. She has to wait for the EAD approval. That's what I remember last time I checked the law. Okay. All right, that pretty much does it for the posted questions. Let me see. There is a follow-up from area code 614, which is Ohio. Ohio, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hi, Mr. Khanna. How are you?
Good.
This is Rajiv. So the intent of this question of 540 days automatic extension is to find out if company files H-1B in non-premium and I file the H-4 and EAD once I have the receipt notice. Does it qualify for 540 days automatic?
So, Rajiv Sahab, from what I remember, the 540 days or I-94, whichever is shorter. So I-94 to gaya November mein.
Right. What I'm saying is, let's say, yes, sir. So November 2025 mein I-94 expire ho raha hai, but right. I can file.
Or November 25 mein. I thought, hold on. I thought it was November 24.
In next year.
So then she should be able to continue working till November 25.
Right. So what I'm planning is the company H1 अपना regular 6 months before file कर सकती है, and once I get the receipt notice, I can file H4 and EAD with the receipt notice in my hand. So with that condition, does it qualify for automatic 540 days extension?
एक बात जरा check कर लेना, how early can you apply for an EAD extension? I don't remember. There used to be a date specific on that also. So as long as all those dates...
I think I checked, it was 6 months before.
180 days, नहीं 6 months नहीं 180 days होगा. Double check that.
Right.
हाँ, क्योंकि 180 days is a little bit less than 6 months. So as long as all the dates are complied with, the only variable in your situation is there is an H-1B already pending. That's not a problem at all.
Right.
ठीक है ना?
So H1 pending है, मेरे पास receipt notice है, and within the let's say for sake of days, I have applied like 5 months before. So it should automatically qualify as 540 days.
That is what I believe.
Even if
I have to double check. अपने lawyer से बोलना एक बार double check कर लें. Speaking from memory, that is exactly how it should work. Yes, no problem.
Right, because sometimes H4 or H1 itself takes more than 5 months, 6 months. So if it is taking more than 6 months,
She can still
qualifies for 540 days, so it should be like okay to go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. It can't go past November, but as long as it doesn't go past November of next year, the fact that your H-1B is still...
What shouldn't go past November?
The EAD approval. Because she can't work beyond November, na? अगर EAD तभी भी pending है next November तक, which is unlikely. She can't work past November. Next year.
But if we are applying the extension before November 2025, it should automatically qualifies for 540 days extension.
Not 540, वही तो बोल रहा हूँ ना. It is 540 or the time remaining on your I-94. उनका तो I-94 is expiring in November. So she can't work past November of next year. There's no 540 days there. Okay? I gotta take the next call.
It was some 180 days automatic extension, but for some individual, it was 540 days possibility.
Always, every case is...
It is not even 140 days.
Yeah, whatever the time is, you can't go past the I-94. Okay? Yeah, I gotta take the next call. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Area code 682 is Texas. Texas, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. So, sir, follow-up question. Since if it is expired, so my case, H4 and H4 EAD is going to expire September 14th. I have less than 10 days to go out and come back on the same visa, same H4 visa, and present the latest H-1B copy, which is extended to
that can work. That can work. That can work because when you come back showing the H-1B approval for a longer duration, you should get an I-94 coextensive with the H-1B. So that means when you come back and now apply for EAD extension, you should get all the 540 days because you have H-1B based H-4 extension.
Got it. Sir, one more question, sir. Till now, the client did not raise any question. She is a full-time employee, my wife, and the client did not raise any question about that EAD is expiring. Is that okay to stay, or is it our responsibility to go back and come in?
That's your responsibility as well. It's both the employers and your responsibility. Okay.
And last one, sir. If I go back after expiration, right? Of maybe consider October 1st. Can I can come back on H4, right?
Your visa
I can come back.
Your visa has to be valid when you enter the US. That's all.
Right. Okay. I need to go for stamping for that. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, folks, that does it for the posted questions. Now, anyone has any question, press *5. Anyone has any question, press *5. So far, I have 3 people with their hands up. Hold on one second. 5 people. No problem. So, oh, damn, man. This... Too many thingamajigs. 1 second. This dashboard is crazy. Okay. So let's see. My first person is area code 551. I'm going in the order that you guys logged in. So 551 New Jersey, please go ahead. 551.
Hello, sir. This is Satish.
Ji, Satish ji.
Hello, sir. This is Satish. Yeah. Sir, I have a question related to my previous employer and the current employer. So I came to US with one employer and I work for one of the client. It's like a 3-layer apart, like my employer to layer 1 and layer 1, and then layer 1 to layer, and then layer 2, and then layer 3 is the end client. So after, at least, so we had some verbal agreement, and so 6 months I need to work, and after that I can go anywhere. But the document which I have signed, the non-compete agreement and the employment agreement has different term periods.
Stop right there. Non-competes are a matter of state law. I can't advise you on state law. I can only talk about federal law, which is immigration. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you want to do is look at the non-compete contract. Around the last 5-6 paragraph, it will say this contract will be governed by the laws of this state, whatever that state is. You need to get a...
Yeah, New Jersey state.
Yeah, you need to get an employment lawyer in that state.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, yeah,
Good luck, sir. Take care. Bye-bye. Next one is, let's see. This is Florida. Area code 813. Go ahead, please.
Yep. Hello, sir. Thank you for your time.
Of course.
Freedom here.
Mm-hmm.
So, on May, I applied for my STEM extension.
Mm-hmm.
So currently I'm on STEM OPT,
Mm-hmm.
but since it was taking a lot of time for getting the approval, and I was in the edge of getting laid off,
Mm-hmm.
so I did apply for premium processing,
Mm-hmm.
and everything got luckily I got my approval. But right now, like recently, there was a thing that the USPS had to deliver that EAD card to my local address.
Mm-hmm.
But currently, I was not able to find my EAD card in the mailbox. But in the tracking site, it shows that they had delivered the mail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I try to reach out to them, they are telling that we are still investigating, but I haven't received any response yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a bit concerned that what if they might have lost my EAD card, and how will it impact my status, and what should I do next if I don't get the card?
So this is a STEM OPT extension, correct?
Yes, sir.
This is something you need to think about. There's something called receipt rule. Okay? What the receipt rule says is, if you apply for a replacement EAD, you can start working with the receipt when it comes.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about the total of 150 days you have for being out of work. So if you have to worry about that time period, might as well apply for a replacement EAD. Of course, it costs more money, but then if you get your receipt, you can start working. And this is documented. So your employer can start you working as soon as you have the receipt of the replacement EAD. Agar wo original wala, if it comes, then you can just withdraw the pending case.
Okay. Got it. और अगर वो जो replacement का ज़्यादा time भी लग सकता है ना, in this process?
Yeah, I don't really care about that because you can start working with the receipt, right?
Okay, got it. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Next one is Texas 682. 682, I can hear you. Please go ahead. 682. So this is the order I have in front of me. In the order that you logged in, I have 682, then 703, then 405, then 614, then 408.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, 682.
Yes. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
I was on note.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a quick question on the follow-up regarding the H4 EAD expiration. Since it's H4 is already valid, if I go within the timeline and come back before September 14th, should I reapply for H4 EAD again, or the existing receipt notice should be okay?
So I'm going to go out on a limb and speak from memory. Okay. When these regulations, H4EAD regulations came out first many years ago, I remember reading the comments of the government in the proposed regulations in the Federal Register, and they said, if you travel while the EAD and the H4 extension is pending, your EAD might get delayed, but it doesn't get revoked. Okay.
Okay.
But
So
please,
I don't need to
no,
reapply.
I'm not going to be bound by that statement because I'm speaking from a memory of about 7-8 years back. So please double check that. Have that double checked. How you would do it is your problem. I can only tell you what you need to do, and I can also tell you the source.
Okay.
It was in the comments before the, you know how when they do the proposed regulations, people send in their comments and then they finalize the regs. It was during that notice and comment period they had clarified this.
Okay. And should I apply, the extension, right? The auto extension will be still valid if I get a receipt notice after the expiration of current EAD, or that should be okay?
I think it'll be okay because you would have an I-94 that goes beyond your current I-94. So then you should be fine.
Okay. But because they have a statement saying H4 EAD or H4 extension should be applied prior to expiration of the current EAD.
So you would have applied that, no? You would have applied.
I already applied, but if there is an option, they ask to reapply the EAD card.
No, I am not sure about
it. They ask to reapply one.
No, I double checked that. I don't think that is how it works. So this is the way I'm understanding your situation. You would have applied for H4 extension and EAD both when you travel and get an I-94.
Yes.
And then you apply for...
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So today you apply for H4 and H4 EAD. Tomorrow you travel and you come back. Right? And when you come back, you still have a valid visa, you still have a valid I-94, but this time your I-94 has been extended.
Right.
So I think you should be covered by the 540 days. Again, I have to review the regulations and the policy in detail, but that is my, off the top of my head, that's what I remember.
Okay, sir.
All right. Good luck. So once again, we have 4 more people and area code 703, area code 405, 614 and 408 in the order that you logged in. So let's go to my neighborhood, which is area code 703. This is Virginia. Virginia, go ahead. I can hear you.
Yeah, hello, Rajiv, sir. So my question is, I was laid off in February and I'm currently on B2 status, which is expiring in October. And I'm planning to apply for B2 extension since I don't have an offer yet. Would you suggest that I go through an attorney? Like, are there high chances of rejection of B2 extension?
Dekho, this is why I don't recommend. There are some things I said never do without an attorney. Some things like this one, as long as you are truthful, okay, and you're not trying to manipulate the law. As long as you are truthful, what can happen? Maximum you get an RFE. If you get an RFE that appears to be unmanageable, then hire a lawyer. Okay. But if you say, Rajiv, I don't really care, it helps me sleep easy at night, let me just dump it in an attorney's lap, sure, absolutely. But do you need a lawyer? Probably not. Do I recommend a lawyer? Only if you have plenty of money. And you go, you know what, a few $100, $1,000 not going to kill me.
Okay, great. And my other question is, so I'm in Massachusetts. Can I apply for unemployment benefits now?
Such lies? You say you are in Virginia?
I'm in Boston.
But your phone number is Virginia, right?
Yeah, sorry. I moved to Boston for work. I was studying in Virginia for my master's.
So you said you're in Boston. Now, what is the next question?
Yes. So, it's been 6 months, actually 7 months since I lost my job. And can I apply for unemployment benefits now?
So,
will that affect green card process in the future?
This is an issue of state law. Okay. This is not an issue of federal law. Because unemployment benefits are covered by the laws of the state that you are in. So you need to call their unemployment office You need to let them know that you're in between statuses. Can you get unemployment? Because many states don't allow you to get unemployment unless you have valid status to receive unemployment. I don't know. This is what I've heard. That's not really my field. So you need to contact the unemployment people, the state office.
And if I do get unemployment benefits, then in the future, like, are there chances of, like, I read posts on Reddit that said that green card process might get affected. So
yeah, see,
I was a little concerned there.
On the internet, often the advice is worth what you pay for it. So what did you pay for that advice? What did you pay for that advice?
I was just doing my research there.
You paid nothing. So that advice is probably worth nothing, because the law is a lot more nuanced than saying yes or no. It's simply that. No, it depends upon the state law. Check with the state unemployment agency. There is no issue immigration law wise, because unemployment is like private insurance. If somebody is driving a car and they bang it somewhere and the insurance pays them, that's perfectly legal. Unemployment is also an insurance paid by your employer.
Right.
Okay. So check with the local authorities wherever you worked.
Okay, sure.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Okay, great. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for this.
You're welcome. Okay, let's go to area code 405, Oklahoma. After that, I have two more, then we are done. 405, Oklahoma. Go ahead, please.
Hi, sir. I'm currently on B2. I transferred from H-1B to B2 status because of the layoff. And since my B2 is going to end, I am trying to go to F1. I got my I-20 and developer letter.
Okay.
Now, when I was filing for the I-539 online, I had an error. And the error was the date of birth is wrong. So when I went and checked the previous application, when I did my H-1B to B2, in that I-539, my date of birth, like the date and the month were switched. So instead of 12/8, it was 8/12. And now when I was doing the new application in I-539, when I give 12/8, it says there's an error. Previously, you mentioned it's 8/12, so you can't submit it. How do I proceed from here?
So this is again just a common sense guess. You have two options, the way I see it. One option is to use the wrong date again and attach an explanation saying that I'm using the wrong date because I made a mistake the last time. Please correct the date. This is the correct date. Just 3 lines on a large font, like font 26 size or something, so that they can correct the error. That would be one way to do it. So you are filing with the wrong date with the correction requested. The second is to file it by mail and put the right date and put an explanation with it. I think both are valid options.
Okay. I was actually thinking of another way, like since my account is tied to one particular email ID, I thought I'll create a new email ID and then apply for the I-539. Is that okay?
I think it's an unclean option, in my opinion. I would go with the clean option.
Okay.
File it the way it is, like I said, online, or just file it by mail. All right?
Thank you.
Good luck.
And if I'm doing it by mail, can I do it by myself or should I go through a law firm?
It's the same forms, the same thing. I mean, it's just in one instance you are just hitting send, and the other instance you are paying for delivery, and that's the same thing actually. Okay.
Okay, so I can do it by mail by myself.
Why not? Just follow the instructions online. Whatever they tell you, where to file, how much the fees, what documents to attach. Just make sure you follow those instructions. You should be fine. You can also double check with your school before you file. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot, sir.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Let's go to Ohio, area code 614. Area code 614, go ahead, I can hear you.
So Rajiv ji, this is Rajiv here again.
I just want to review the question since you rooted a doubt in my mind about the qualification of 540 days. If you're saying if someone cannot file an EAD extension before 180 days of the I-94 expiry, and you're saying there is the 540 days is a myth. All you can get an extension is maximum 180.
Yeah, because it is not a myth. It applies in very weird circumstances. So if you just recall, there was somebody talking about.
If I cannot file it before 6 months.
Hold on.
If I cannot file it before 6 months.
No. You are thinking about it incorrectly. You wait. Let me answer the last person's call, then I'll come back to you. Okay? Just sit tight.
Sure.
Let's do California area code 408. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi Rajiv sir. Thanks for your time. My question is, I'm currently on H-1B visa. My PERM is in process right now. It was filed in December 2023. That is last year. That is expected to be approved in December this year. And my and I-140 should take another month. So I think in January I should be good to go. But my question, my title is software engineer, senior software engineer. I'm planning to, move to machine learning engineering. So there will be a change in title. Probably it will be a senior data scientist or machine learning engineer. So in that case, I'm just wondering, after my I-140 is done, if I'm changing roles internally or externally within the company or changing the company, does that affect my I-140 in any way?
Of course. Because, first of all, the rule about getting your priority date, and if the I-140 remains unrevoked for 180 days, getting the right to extend your H-1B with any employer, that doesn't care whether you change your jobs or not. Okay? That rule is available to you. That rule is available to you both for inside job change as well as outside job change.
Okay. So let's say if that 6 months rule is done, let's say in July. So if I make changes in July, does that still affect or that does not affect?
So that 6 months, you're just saying your 6 months will be over in July, right? After 6 months, if you make changes, look, you're going to have to start your green card all over again if the job is different. But the right to carry your priority date, as well as the right to keep getting H-1B extensions, remain inviolate. You can continue getting those extensions even though you start the PERM all over again.
Okay, so priority date will still, I can retain the priority.
Absolutely, no question about that is cast in stone. Nobody can take that away. All right.
Perfect. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I think it was Rajiv that I was talking to. Rajiv, please press *5. I can't see you. Press *5 on your phone, Rajiv. There you are. Acha, Rajiv ji. So this is what I was saying. This is what I understand. Okay. Now I'm always willing to learn differently. Dekho, there are certain rules and they are not to be confused with each other. Let's think of the rules as the questions we are answering. Question number 1. How early can I apply for my EAD renewal? That you know the answer, right? 180 days. Right? Achha. Second question is, how much time do I have to continue working after my EAD extension is filed? And the answer to that is, the time remaining on your I-94 or X days, X may be 540 right now, whichever is shorter. Got it?
Okay.
So if I file, and today I'm filing, time remaining is 180 days on my EAD. But what if my I-94 was valid for another 2 years? My I-94 was expiring earlier than my H-4. How does that happen? That happens like this. For most people, they won't have any benefit of this because their I-94 expires the same time as their EAD does. But what if somebody traveled out, which is what this gentleman was saying? I have a visa, H-4 visa. I can travel to Mexico, come back and request I-94 all the way to my wife's H1 extension. So when I come back, my H4 I-94 is valid for 3 years. Now, because my I-94 is valid for so long, I get my full 540 days.
When the H1 and H4 extension is already in place, I have the receipt notice. Does not it provide?
That's what I said, na. वही तो मैं आप बता रहा था
H1 it provides 40 days.
That's what I said, na. कि I remember vaguely reading about 8-9 years ago that government said, so the question asked was, can I travel while my H4 extension and H4 EAD are pending? They said, yeah, you can travel, but it might delay your EAD. I don't care. I have my extension to continue working. So the reason I'm reluctant to commit to definitive answers because it's your wife's career or your career. I don't want to be irresponsible about giving you just off-the-cuff casual opinions. But I am pretty sure that's how it is.
I
but
appreciate that.
I would double-check everything before. Even this day, I may have done a thing 1,000 times. I double-check when things are so serious. So my understanding is that you said that means I can never have more than 180 days of H4? No. Or EAD? No. Because you could have this situation where while the EAD and EAD extension is pending, or even before it is filed, you go get your H4 extension and come back.
So
this is a very unique situation.
I have the receipt notice.
Ji.
Yes. So in the presence of the receipt notice, I do have an extended 240 days extension after my so-called I-94 or November 2025.
But all of that is tied to your I-94, na? तो I-94 से ज़्यादा नहीं जा सकता वो. From what I remember.
Okay, I think there are a lot more questions to be answered, and I would appreciate if you can actually write a post about it, asking various scenarios.
Yeah, time कहाँ है? I'll try. I'll try. I'm very, very busy right now. I'm working 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. So people my age are retired and chilling out. I just have no time, but I'll try my best. Whenever I get a little bit of time, I'll try to look it up. आपके लिए मुश्किल हो जाएगा?
Because I looked at your forum, but sorry, sir.
मैंने कहा आपके लिए मुश्किल हो जाएगा because somebody needs to go through all these things. But even for me, it will take a couple of hours to sort everything out and make sure I understand what they are saying. But this is what I remember.
I understand, but there is only few people I can ask for this professional help.
I'll try. Rajiv, I'll try.
The reason I asked you to write a post.
Yeah, I can't promise, but I'll try my best. ठीक है?
Sure. Because right now on your forum it doesn't have any solution. So
because there was a time when I used to work only till 12 in the noon, and then I could do the rest of the stuff. Now I'm working till 8 o'clock at night, so there is hardly any time. And even for the calls, it's sometimes become difficult to find the time. But this is something I've done for 30 years.
I could understand.
Yep. So whatever I can share with you off the top of my head, that's easy. But if I have to go look something up, that's a lot more difficult. And I can't ask anybody else. Everybody is working just as hard. नहीं तो टीम में से किसी को बोल देता कि आजा देख के बता देना. But they are as busy as I am. So, ठीक है? All right. Guys,
thank you, Mr. Khanna.
You're welcome. Just call me Rajiv, please. Good luck, everyone. Good talking to you. Always a pleasure to hang out with you. I'll see you next Thursday on LinkedIn. Good luck, everyone. Bye-bye.